Sheffield United versus Arsenal predicted starting 11s, confirmed team news and probable lineups. Monday's Premier League action pits bottom club Sheffield United against an Arsenal side who are on a roll. The Gunners have boosted their title hopes with 6 straight league wins, and they are heavily favourites to make it 7, keeping pace with rivals Liverpool and Manchester City. Meanwhile, the Blades are enduring a woeful season, and they are unlikely to put up much resistance against the league's form team. Chris Wilder's return has added a little fight, but they have shown very few signs of getting out of the relegation spots. Arteta warns of tough night against relegation-threatened Sheffield United. Arsenal have a massive set of fixtures coming up in their chase for domestic and European honours, with a Premier League crash against Manchester City and their Champions League round of 16 return leg against FC Porto, both to come in March. But before then, they must see off Sheffield United. The Blades are lock bottom of the Premier League with just 13 points from 26 games, while they have the worst goal-scoring 22 and defensive 66 conceded records in the division. But Mikel Arteta is insistent Sheffield United will offer a STEM test of Arsenal's credentials on Monday night, with the Spaniard a big fan of Chris Wilder and his methods. This is one of banana skin they must overcome before they can think about matches more high-profile engagements. They are a really difficult team to beat. I've watched 4 or 5 games now, with the City game, the way they started against Villa, and then obviously the game took a different route. But as you mentioned, they are extremely well coached. I know Chris really well, and I admire his teams. A lot of things that he does with them. It will be Monday Night Football, and it is going to be a tough night, Arteta told reports. He added, "Imagine that it is really tough for them, and their ambitions are different, but it is really important. I imagine when you are there at the bottom of the league, you want to get out of there as quickly as possible. We have a lot to play for as well, and it is a big game for us." Sheffield United versus Arsenal team news. Sheffield United have been given a boost ahead of this game, with George Beladoc and Ben Brereton Diaz back in contention for the Belladis. Brereton Diaz had scored twice across his first 3 league game for Sheffield United after joining on loan in January. It remains to be seen if Chris Wilder will slot the returning pair straight into the starting lineup. As for Arsenal, they will give late fitness tests to Takehiro Tomiyasu and Alexander Zinchenko ahead of this trip. Jurrien Timber remains out, so the Gunners could be a little light on fullback cover if neither Tomiyasu nor Zinchenko are past fit. Sheffield United versus Arsenal predicted lineup. Sheffield United 3-5-2. Gabik, Ahmedorzik, Traste, Robinson, Bungil, Nord, Sousa. Hammer, Roussel, McT, McBain. Arsenal 4-3-3. Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kevio, Odegaard, Rice, Saka, Martinelli, Trossard, and Kai Havertz.